What is the harshest G-rated insult you have received? My niece, 7 at the time, grabbed my hand to hold it, so I thought. Instead turns my hand to get a good look at the back of it and says to the room, "Still no ring, huh?" Then proceeded to marry me to my dog. We are going 6 years strong now. Was with my son at a playground. He was on the tire swing, and I was just chilling on a bench and keeping an eye on him while also scrolling through my Instagram feed. A random little girl came up to me and tapped on my shoulder, which honestly made me flinch because I wasn't expecting it. I just looked at her and gave a confused look, and she didn't say anything for like 10 seconds. Then she said, "Sorry, I thought you were my grandpa. I'm a 28-year-old woman." She somehow mistook me for an elderly man. I was a camp counselor for small children at a day camp. One day, Ben, who was 3, called me a bad guy. I asked why he thought I was a bad guy. Because he was Spider-Man and knew I was the bad guy. But you're not dressed as Spider-Man. Checkmate 3-year-old. If you don't have the costume, then you can't be Spider-Man and I can't be the bad guy. The next day Ben shows up in full Spider-Man costume, runs up and promptly informs me I am a bad guy. Well played, Ben. According to his parents, that's all he could talk about all night after being picked up, and he wouldn't put on any other clothes that morning. When I was a camp counselor, this girl couldn't think of my name and said, "Who's the girl with the frizzy hair and loud voice?" Everyone immediately knew it was me, but no one understood why I was insulted by that. About 1,000 people were on campus, all female. I was the girl with frizzy hair and a loud voice, without question. Got into the office, go to sit down, and before I can even get in the chair, a guy walks into the office and goes, "Did you go to college? Because it must have taken years of training for anyone to be this useless. You clearly got the master's degree." I'd never met or seen this man before in my life. He apparently thought I was somebody else in the IT office, and just decided to lay into me. Not me, but my 4-year-old calls his 10-year-old brother yak dung fatty what issue face, and it drives the 10-year-old crazy. 4-year-old came up with that insult on his own. Ending with face is the punctuation of the child constructed insult rule. My niece at 3 called my husband a pretty boy pickle face, in my experience the most backhanded insult of them all. I was playing a drinking game that involves rules being made on the fly. Cheers to the governor. We had a no swearing rule, and then an insult rule, which made it a G-rates insult rule. So my friend is up and I'm the insultee, and, without hesitation, she says, "Your teeth aren't as white as they could be." I was flabbergasted. The complete lack of hesitation combined with the specificity of the insult was devastating. I knew she meant it, and it had been stuck in her craw for a while. I started whitening my teeth the next day.